They're the country's most remote police force.
You can be 250 kilometres from the nearest anything.
Let's rock and roll.
Patrolling over 1 million square kilometres of the world's most unforgiving landscape. They keep the peace.
It looks like it's starting to get out of control.
Without losing their cool.
Just doing our job.
Territory Cops. Tonight,
That's definitely him. Yeah.
a thieving fashionista turns out to be a familiar face.
What's going on, buddy?
A full-scale emergency shocks one of the Territory's most seasoned cops.
Probably one of the worst I've ever been to.
And the annual Hookers Ball,
Where's the mankini? It's pretty much an excuse for everyone to wear as little clothing as possible.
where anything goes, including your pants. It's 5 a.m. Brad Leggett and Mitchell Bell are minutes from finishing their shift when an emergency call comes through.
There's one vehicle and one bus involved.
He sounds shaken, eh?
They need help from us. So basically we've got a vehicle versus a bus. We've been told there's about 3 bodies on the road. So we're getting there now and seeing what we can do to try and help out and get as many people out of the area as we can.
They're expecting the worst.
This could be messy.
We'll park right here.
The impact of the crash has torn the car in half, the rear end landing 80 metres away, the front half crushed underneath the bus.
Yeah, it's more than likely it's a head-on. They're going outbound and they've come home from the town or whatever. What's happened from there, we don't know. We're going to talk to the bus driver. There's a fair bit of shock right now, so we'll see what happens.
With traffic backed up and harsh monsoon rain, Mitch and Brad need to prioritise.
Right, now we're going to do a 3-point turn. So I want you to swing around to your left at the rear.
Oh, yeah.
We'll help you get your car out now, mate, if that's the case.
It's just chaotic on the road, so straight away we have to think of how we're going to redivert traffic.
Go.
Inbound, outbound's blocked off, so we can establish a crime scene, see where we can go from there.
The cops check in with the other motorists.
Yeah, man, we're just trying to find who's involved, eh?
Yeah, that's fine.
Thanks, heaps, mate.
Did you witness what happened here? Or?
No, that's my son.
It is a shock. Just go and get some rest and probably you're going to work at the moment. Just take that off work, man. No one will blame you.
You've got people that aren't police officers that have been driving past in their car, they've seen it, no one expects to see it, and you've got to deal with these people as well. The main thing that probably goes through your head is this could happen to anyone. This is one of those jobs that really puts a lot of things into perspective and how quickly life can change and how quickly life can end.
It's crucial that Brad and Mitch get the road clear.
Gonna have this truck coming through to make it clear for you in a sec. Right, mate?
The fire truck needs immediate access to lift the bus from a car that's been folded in half.
My plan is I don't know if there's any other bodies in that vehicle. But there is 2 people in the front right now.
Yep, we know that, yep.
So all I want to do is lift that truck up and drag it out. We need to move those people.
At the moment, we've got 2 deceased persons, which we can see, but because it's so squashed up in there, the fireys need to jack the bus up and drag it back slowly to see if there's a 3rd body in there.
They pull it out.
The firemen need to work fast. At Trident HQ, Senior Constables Jen Pocock and Seamus Christie Johnson have just received some pretty interesting CCTV footage. It's a break and enter at a bike shop.
So it spends ages trying to...
Ages.
In today's high-tech world with CCTV cameras everywhere, most crims come prepared. This one even seems to have borrowed his nana's hat to try and disguise himself.
That's the hat.
But he can't even do that right because the cops know exactly who this thieving fashionista is.
That's definitely him. Yeah.
It's Matthew Holsworth, the known drug user they pulled over 6 days ago.
I do need to have a talk with you about it. So would you be willing to come in tomorrow for an interview?
I'll come in, bro.
Will you really?
No, I'll come in.
His mate was found with methamphetamine and arrested. Holsworth had none, so police let him go. But they did make an appointment with him to come in and talk about some other outstanding matters.
Take care.
Thanks.
See you tomorrow.
But he never showed and instead decided what he needed were some new wheels. $2,000 worth.
We've received information that he was the person who committed the unlawful entry.
If he thought he was in trouble before, his latest shopping spree has only dug him in deeper, and now the cops are coming after him.
And what we'll be doing is hitting a few addresses where Matthew Holdsworth is linked and see if we can't pick him up this morning.
70 to 80% of our offenders are repeat offenders. It's not hard to catch these guys. You know, there's nothing smart about what they do. For the majority of these people, the only time that they're not committing crime is when they're in jail.
He's one target that's definitely been on the radar for a while for a lot of different things. I do have sufficient grounds to arrest. However, I decided to deal with it by giving him this opportunity to attend. He promised me he would. Boom. Yeah, guys, if you guys could head to the back door.
Yep, we're in business.
Guys, just please. Is there anyone inside?
There's no doubt they got the right place. Being the criminal genius that he is, Holdsworth has very cleverly hidden the stolen bike where no one would think of looking.
Hello, police?
Upstairs?
Police?
If there is anyone inside, they're laying low.
We've got ladders.
Hello, it's the police. Can you come to the door, please?
Mate, come to the door.
Police!
But while the cops come in the front, Holdsworth makes a beeline for the back door.
Got him at the back. He's at the back.
Is he there?
Yeah, guys, if you guys could head to the back door.
Senior Constables Seamus Christie and Constable Mark Tazzoni are hunting down a repeat offender, wanted for a list of wrongdoings, most recently, break and enter.
Mate, come to the door. Got him at the back. He's at the back.
He's been flushed out of hiding and now he's on the run.
Is he there? What's going on, buddy? What happened last week?
Seamus and Tizzy have their man.
So you tried to run out the back?
Tried to run out the back. Come here, mate. What happened the other day?
Yeah, went to sleep. Fell asleep.
Yeah, that's right. He was having the kip, so he gave them the slip. But really, he does have his reasons for not turning up.
It just keeps happening, man.
Yeah, I know, mate.
All you had to do was come and present at the station and say, my name's Matthew Holdsworth.
Well, I wanted to come and talk to you, but I forgot your name.
But Seamus and the team aren't buying it. Right now, all they want is an explanation for the bike.
Oi, Matty, that bike. There's a bike out the front. That little one, that little black one, it's stolen. What's the go with that? Your sister? You're the one breaking into bike shops, man. Yeah, footage doesn't lie.
The $2,000 bike is seized for evidence, and Matthew is off to the watch house,
Good work, bro.
where he'll be charged with stealing, unlawful entry and damage to property.
Another one bites the dust. Boom.
Brad and Mitch are responding to a fatal car crash, the impact tearing the vehicle in half.
Yeah, it's a pretty drastic scene here tonight.
Head of Traffic, Superintendent Bob Rennie, has been called in to supervise.
Look, I've been involved in traffic for many, many years. That morning was probably one of the worst I've ever been to. The carnage on arrival, as soon as I seen the car torn in half, I knew, or I believed no one could have survived that.
How many are in there? Is there one further back?
They're saying two's in the front. They reckon it's a guy and a girl.
The cops have positive IDs on the two victims inside the car.
So the other half of the car's about 80 metres down the road behind me. There's another deceased person there. So at the moment, we've got 3 deceased persons from this crash.
We're a small population, it may be over a large geographical background, but it's amazing how many people know other people. Yes, I knew one of the deceased in that crash. And, yeah, we used to sit in the same pub. They don't intentionally go out to kill anyone. They don't intentionally go out to tear someone's body to bits. They make that split decision when they're intoxicated or on drugs that they're fine to drive.
Horrible, traumatic incident for everyone on scene to experience. Just the level of intensity and rawness of seeing what had just occurred right in front of you. You know, there was no covering anything up at that point in time. It was everyone hands on deck, get in there, get the job done.
At that scene, I can't remember how many times I asked my coppers how they were. Were they coping? Were they all right?
The police family is such an important thing for us. We certainly do help each other out a lot. But going home, then having to talk to my wife about it, her being a nurse, she can understand where I'm coming from and what I'm thinking, so it makes things a lot easier at home for us.
It appears our CCTV camera operators believe they may have picked this car up in the city in the early hours of this morning, and there were 4 people in the car, but we've only got 3 at this crash scene at this point in time. They have to reassess that and have another sweep.
I'll go up this ridge, sir. Bloody hell. Yeah, we're just really hoping that they're not a 4th person in this car.
Territory cops are at the scene of a fatal crash.
Not real sure of the circumstances at this point in time. It appears that this vehicle's been on the wrong side of the road. The bus driver's seen it. It was raining at the time. The bus driver had slowed down because of the rain. And as you can see, it's been a head-on collision. It's torn the car in half. As a result of that, 3 people are dead.
They have 3 confirmed victims, but CCTV footage has put a 4th person in the car.
We're really hoping and praying right now that person has been dropped off already somewhere in the northern suburbs or caught a taxi somewhere else. And that's clear down there, so there's definitely no other deceased persons up in this area, so it's looking hopeful that they got out earlier on, which is some form of good news compared to the rest of this tragic stuff, so.
Having seen so many serious incidences over my police life has changed me. I used to think that I was a fairly tough bloke, but now I find I'm a lot more sensitive and things get to me a lot faster than they ever would before.
These are the 3 people whose lives were cut short. A young couple from Lismore, keen to start a new life, and their friend, a well-known local fisherman.
Serious injuries, I've lost count. But one thing you do is you never forget a face. You throw a stone in the pool and it ripples out, and that affects hundreds and hundreds of people. Family, friends, work colleagues. It's a massive impact across the community when someone dies.
The Territory is well known for attracting a diverse range of characters. There's those who like to fish, blow-ins with backpacks, and those who don't mind a bit of a party. Down at Darwin's Fanny Bay turn-off, local girl Tiana has a cheeky invitation to tonight's very special event.
It's the 29th annual Hookers Ball. Basically, it's Darwin's naughtiest night. Doesn't matter shape, size, age, doesn't make a difference. It's all out, go have some raunchy fun. And there's $1,000 for the best dressed.
And with $1,000 on offer, it seems the whole of Darwin has decided to strip down.
How are you, ladies?
But hang on, is it best dressed or undressed? There seems to be some confusion. Topping an eyeful tonight are Sergeant Drew Slate and Constable Lockie Seville.
Tonight is the 29th annual Hookers Ball. It's just pretty much an excuse for everyone to wear as little clothing as possible. Where's the mankini? It's going in now.
The temperature is at 38 degrees, but for all Lockie cares, it could hit 100 and he still wouldn't get his kit off.
Sad you working, mate? Nah, mate, when you got a sloppy rig like mine, it's not really the sort of place you go.
Sloppy rig or not, it will be their job to keep abreast of the situation.
How are we?
Seems unfair because everyone is naked to death.
Well, we can provide some balance.
With your high vis on.
No, trust me, you do not want to see that. Yeah, not tonight.
Despite the kind offer, there's police work to be done.
Are you expecting full capacity tonight?
Yeah, we're expecting a decent night.
Yeah. Well, you'll see a lot of us tonight. Purely for work purposes only, obviously. All right, we'll go have a look. Excuse us, guys.
Bravely, Lockie and Drew make their way into the club, down the long stairs and into the darkness. And minutes later, Slapey emerges a little flushed.
It's hot tonight, isn't it? It's ridiculous.
Hey, Drew, if you think that's ridiculous, wait till you see this.
So, were they kicked out of the premises, were they? Or?
Yeah, they walked out, and I said, man, don't come back. So take them home.
So
A fight with an ex-girlfriend has got two blokes thrown out of the club.
We said, look, man, you can't talk to people like that.
BKM.
Luckily tonight they'll be easy to spot. For starters, they're wearing more than just their knickers.
Tats all over him, man.
One's wearing a gold chain, orange shoes. They've just threatened security. If you can go and see if you can stop the persons, obtain details, and we'll get further from security, try and identify any offences.
So the hunt is on. An all points bulletin goes out for someone wearing clothes. Oh, and orange shoes.
Yeah, that's him.
The 29th annual Hookers Ball is in full swing.
And everyone thinks it's so hot outside, wait till you go downstairs.
It's hot tonight, isn't it? Ridiculous.
But Constable Drew Slape has got his hands full with a different kind of swinger.
What do you want?
This guy has had a go at bouncers at a nightclub.
A couple of guys from interstate working up here at the moment, out for a few drinks and obviously had a few too many, hence the reason they were asked to leave. So what's going to happen, man, is you're going to be issued with an infringement notice for threatening behaviour in a public place, and then you're going to be on your way. Rightio.
But this sweaty, blinged-up bloke has got some attitude.
Hurry up. Don't tell us to hurry up, man. We're going to take some time. We're going to get your details. Absolutely, that's what we're going to do. So you just need to be patient, don't get aggressive, and we'll have you on your way. Hurry up.
And his wannabe gangster style is not impressing the cops.
Lose the attitude, eh, mate?
No attitude. It's just a little bit of... Stop throwing you in a public place.
You got contact number, mate, or anything?
Yeah. Don't know. Snapped my phone half last night.
Right.
So what's your intentions for the rest of the night?
Because his ex-missus just told me to get out.
Whereabouts are you going to go?
Home.
You're going to drink at home, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sergeant Drew isn't certain of what substances he's on or what his intentions really are.
I suspect he's had the altercation. He's got all fired up. He's been ejected and then he's had to go at security as a result.
What do you want?
Just relax, man. They're just doing the paperwork.
Don't freak me out. Can you back
We're not here to freak you out, man.
Both are in front of me. Can you give me a finger? So
What?
I can go?
Just relax. Have you had any other sort of drugs or anything tonight, mate?
Nope.
No? Just alcohol?
What do you think I am?
It's just a question we ask everyone, mate.
I know.
Seems a bit wired as well, like he's... Oh, I'm getting really anxious, like just standing there.
Drew's keen to get this guy off the streets, and clearly the feeling is mutual.
Not care. Yeah, I know I look like a whip. Sweet ass. Give me fine.
OK, mate, ask and you shall receive.
They've informed me they're going to go home and keep drinking there, which is probably the best place for them.
Despite being sent home by the cops, Blake has fond memories of the Darwin Hookers Ball.
There was girls slapping me. There was everything. It was crazy. Happy days.
And the rest of the night goes off without a hitch. Well, almost. Blake the gangster was fined $475 for disorderly behaviour in a public place. Happy days. And Matthew won't be needing his nana's hat. He's in the slammer for 81 days, where Tizzy can come and talk to him whenever he likes.